In this video, we're going to show you how to produce S-curves using Microsoft Project and Excel. S-curves are an excellent tool to use, particularly when you're in situations where you want to describe project progress, where you have a number of tasks already completed, and to compare this against planned or baseline information. It's a great way to describe the progress of your project without having to describe complex and detailed Gantt charts. It's a great tool to have in your project management toolbox. Let's take a look. Before getting into the business of producing an S-curve diagram, just make sure that you've got all of your baseline information completed and that's true for all tasks in the project. And you're also going to want to see your actual start and your actual finish, just to give you a bit of an idea as to where you are in the order of things. So you can see here all the tasks have been completed to this point, and the remaining tasks in this example to the end of the project have not yet been completed. So we are looking at a progress at a part way point on this project. So to get things started, move to your report tab and select visual reports. Now just make sure that the level of usage data should be reported in weeks, and we're going to select this baseline work report and we're going to edit this template. Now for this S-curve to work, we are going to need the baseline cumulative work, and we're going to add that to the selected fields. And then we also need cumulative actual work in order to understand where the progress lies in comparison to the baseline. So scroll down, it's in alphabetical order here, and select cumulative actual work and select add, and then go edit template. Now about 30 seconds had passed and project automatically ignites or prompts Microsoft Excel to produce some pivot tables in order to transmit this information to us. So we're presented here with some information. Now what we want is obviously our baseline cumulative work and our cumulative actual work to produce these S-curves. So we simply go in and remove any pieces that we don't need and select our baseline cumulative and our actual cumulative work items. Now once that's selected, we also want our weekly calendar to be placed on top of the tasks in the x-axis in order to make it more workable, and here we have it. So if we now right click on this diagram and change the chart type, we can get a bit of a feel of our S-curve diagrams here. So select line and click OK. Now we have a bit of a start, not really the S-curve that we're after. We need to unlock or unleash a little bit more information. And to do that, we go into assignment usage, and you can see here that the detailed information is only expressed on a yearly basis. We want to get that down to a weekly basis to get a bit more detail so we can get that real S-curve feel. So open these time frames up and you can see it goes to quarter. We want to get it to weeks, and here you can see the weeks now revealed like so. Now if we go back to our chart, this resembles a little bit more of a feel of a S-curve diagram. Now there's a lot going on this x-axis, so if you want to tidy that up, you can remove the tasks. So we simply have the work on the y-axis and our weeks or time frames shown on the x-axis. So a lot neater there. Now you can always change the colors, so you can see they're two very similar colors in orange for baseline cumulative and actual cumulative work. So to do that, you can select one of the lines, right click, go to outline, and you can change that at your leisure. Now you'll notice also that the actual should stop part way through this diagram, and you can see here our line's flat line. So we can change that and enhance this by going back to our assignment usage tab and make adjustments there to avoid that flatlining. And to do that, go and select the time frame in terms of weeks columns, the baseline cumulative work and the actual cumulative work. If you select those and copy that and then add a new sheet, and then paste values, this gives us some easy data to work with. You can remove that data title to tidy things up. We see here we've got 3 basic columns here. Now we can remove these flat lines by removing numbers that repeat themselves. So you can see the actual work should stop at 446. So every number after that, or after week 48, can be removed. So if you do that, and also do the same for the baseline cumulative work. In fact, we can probably remove from week 4 of 2025 onwards. There we have our information that we can work with. Now, if we select that and we go to insert line or area chart, we want a line chart. Here is our neater S-curve in order to show and demonstrate progress against the baseline in a simple and easy manner. So just looking at this can give you some excellent talking points in order to convey issues or direction of this project. At week 48, more work was actually done than was planned, and this could give your project board or management some evidence in order to make decisions to potentially get this back on its trajectory, or perhaps add more budget in order to continue the project along its current course. So a beautiful tool to simply convey progress without resorting to complicated Gantt charts. Thank you for listening to Performance with Project. We'd love to hear from you again. Please subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.